People get murdered. People get murdered. People fill out PDFs.
No, they do that in the office where, like, I think I smell today.
Oh, yeah?
I think I stink. Can you smell my
armpits?
armpits?
Did you shower? I was going to say, you look really beautiful tonight, Allie. And fuck you. Because that's what I got to do to make it not sound serious.
Can you smell my armpits and tell me if they stink?
All right, we're doing this. How close do I have to get? No, they smell like deodorant.
Okay.
Also, any listeners here might think that I've done that before, but this is actually the first time.
I've never made you sniff
You've
me?
never made me smell your armpits directly. That was like your skin was showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've definitely made you smell me before, though.
Yeah, but it's kind of like shoulder, neck area.
Yeah.
Like what you would smell if you were going to hug somebody.
Yeah, totally.
Allie hates washing her head.
I hate washing my hair. Last night I was really battling. I was
Really?
I was like, I have to take a shower. I was like going to bed. I was like, I have to take a shower. And I'm like, oh, I'll just wash my hair tomorrow. But every time I tell myself I'm going to wash my hair tomorrow, then I have to wash it in the middle of the day and it stresses me out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Allie, just fucking do it. And I did it.
This is one of your biggest stressors.
I hate washing my hair.
This is what I hear about the most from you.
Yeah.
Not like the stress of like dealing with like your family stuff.
Well,
which
they're
is
all
like,
dead.
Yeah.
So there's no stress there.
True, yeah. But even like, remember that time you accidentally sent me like a link to your mom's will stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You seemed way less stressed about like the logistics of dealing with the aftermath. The aftermath sounds like the wrong phrasing to use, but you know what I'm saying.
But the logistics of somebody dying, yeah.
You seemed less stressed about those logistics than like washing your hair in the middle of the day.
That's true because my mom doesn't die twice a week when I have to.
True.
But I have to wash my hair twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If she died twice a week, it wouldn't even be sad anymore. It would just be frustrating.
Yeah, I'd just be like, fuck, now
You're doing this again?
I gotta send a PDF.
Yeah.
Dude, today, I was actually doing Dead Mom stuff today. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Worthless Clowns. Yeah, we'll help you with your financial situation in a way that's not very helpful, really. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know anything about that stuff. Dude, I should know more. But when I have to look, I go like, click defaults.
Who fucking does? I'm like inheriting my mom's 401k and her IRA, and I don't know the difference between them.
No.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just getting money. I'm going to be in like a different tax bracket because I'm getting this money over 10 years.
Even if someone explained to me the differences, it would only stay in my mind for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
I can't repeat that stuff back to anyone.
Yeah.
I can't even write it in different words for me and understand it.
I know.
Like, I can't. It's happening, and I'm like, I know all those words you're giving me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I know what the War of 1812 is in theory.
Yeah.
Could I explain it, what it is to you? Absolutely
not. Really.
Not.
No.
Yeah.
I can tell you people have told me about it. That's it.
Yeah.
And that it's important, and I should know something. I should know stuff. Anyway, welcome to Worthless Clowns. A podcast about how we don't know anything.
Yeah, there we go.
Stupid we all are. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Patronus Cardwell on Instagram.
And I'm Allie ONeal. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Allie ONeal. You can follow the pod at Worthless Clowns on Instagram. Yeah. And you can look us up on YouTube. And we would love it if you fucking... On YouTube. And we would love it if you rated and subscribed and commented and engaged with our content.
Even if you got something bad to say, that's fine.
That's fine.
I mean, it might hurt us, but that's okay because I don't know. We deserve some negative comments, right? I'm asking for negative comments now. Like we're not going to get enough of them as it is.
We've had them.
We've had some.
We've definitely had, on that one reel that we had that exploded, people being like, these two fours talking about shit.
These two fours trying to have opinions.
Dude, remember that one comment on our YouTube that was like, stop fake laughing at each other?
Oh, yeah. That guy wrote 2 comments too over 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
Like he wrote the first one and he thought about it so much.
And he was like, I can't stop thinking about this.
He wrote
I have to let them know.
another one. Yeah. Like reinforcing the first one. Anyway.
Oh, God.
How have you been, though, otherwise?
I've been good. I've been pretty regular. Halloween was last weekend.
Halloween was fun.
We did a lot. We both dressed as the things that we talked about in our Halloween episode.
So go back, find out.
And these all are going to come out in insane order, by the way.
It's not going to make any sense. But it was fun.
Yeah, it was very fun. Very fun Halloween.
Did a little shrooms. Haven't done those in a while.
Little shroomy doomies.
Mine are like a year and a half old though, so I don't know if they were potent at all or if I just was
Did
like
the ones that I gave you on Tuesday work?
I don't think I had enough really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have given you more.
Maybe it worked a little. I remember thinking like those lights coming down straight. We went to see a bunch of bands at this huge venue. I remember thinking those lights looked like really sick. But maybe they just looked sick.
No, yeah, that's true. I took a little bit more when we were watching a band, and then I didn't feel it at the venue, and then we went home, and I was like, oh, my towel texture looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you were at my apartment. This was like the first Halloween thing we did.
Yeah.
And we had taken a little bit, and you were at my apartment, and we were both like, oh, I don't know if it's affecting me. And you had a similar thought. You're like, but I did think that your bathroom mat was cool.
Yeah.
and it's like, a pretty regular mat.
Yeah.
Like it has those little finger knobby looking things that are fluffy sticking out. But I think that's like what everyone has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah. I was just like super cautious with the ones that we took on Tuesday because I like got those from a dealer that day. And I was like, whatever you've been fucking giving me, this isn't going to be anything like that.
No.
Because like yours are like a year and a half old.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you gave me those shrooms on fucking Saturday, they like worked better than the ones that I got.
I felt that way too.
Oh, I have them also still.
Oh.
We could do them tonight if you want.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah. Mom, if you started listening to this, because I know you know about it now through Aunt Terry, then your daughter... Your daughter's doing shrooms, so...
Aunt Terry? Dude, what a fucking snitch.
Aunt Terry, well, I don't know if she told her, but she probably did.
Oh.
My mom, because she likes all of our pictures and posts.
Yeah,
I think she's following the Instagram. What's up, Aunt Terry? Love you.
Wait, Aunt Terry follows the... I keep saying aunt, even though I always say aunt. But
I
I'm
always
just
say
repeating.
aunt.
I say aunt.
Yeah.
But Aunt Terry follows the Worthless Clowns page? Or just...
Well, she may only follow me, but she sees the collaborated posts and she likes all of them. And she commented about the dog post. Mm-hmm. Somewhere we were talking about the dog. It could have been, I don't know what it was. Anyway. Oh, no. That was a clip. But anyway, she likes all of our posts.
Gotcha.
So she knows I have a pod.
What's
then my cousins know we have a pod.
Yeah.
And it's going to get back to my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're going to do to me because I'm an adult now and they can't do anything, but they'll do something.
They will feel very disappointed.
They'll be like, we want that couch back that we gave you in college.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now? You don't have it anymore.
They're going to be so disappointed as soon as they figure out what a podcast is.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I got to show you something. I looked up my name. Every once in a while, I Google myself to see what comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked up my name. I looked up Allie ONeal, which is not my government name. Ooh. Fucking everybody's like, what's your government name? I'm not fucking telling you, you pieces of shit.
It's Allie Terror.
It's Allie Terror. That is my government name. Hold on. It might take me a bit to find. But, oh, fuck my ass. Hold on. Keep talking while I find this.
Oh, man. What am I going to say? Halloween. What else happened in Halloween? You know what I hate about Halloween? And I just realized it.
What?
This week. Halloween parties suck because you end up spending the entire time telling different people what you are.
Well, that's true for some.
Every single person I talked to
was like, what are you? Because
what are you supposed to be?
But who would go dressed as a flock of birds, Brittany?
Yeah, but even if they know what you are, your conversation ends up being about what you are.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
And it's like every person. I don't remember anything from that party because it was the same thing over and over, except with the people I knew.
Yeah.
Everyone I talked to who I didn't know who wanted to talk about my costume, I feel like I'm mad at.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, you made me talk about this again. I know I did it.
You should tell the listeners
because I'm like peacocking with my bird costume. But like, I'm mad that I spent my whole Halloween night doing
explaining what it is.
And I realize that happens every year.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I didn't really get to connect with anyone in a real way.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Well,
that's why I don't dress weird on stage.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Well, you should tell the audience, the listeners, how long it took you to make your bird costume.
Okay, it took 6 hours over 2 days. I guess I was just sick of the idea of it because I spent so much time on it.
Yeah, because you've been staring
that
at
I
it,
was
gluing
like,
birds
I don't
want
want to talk about these birds anymore.
Yeah.
I've been texting all my friends about these birds for days.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I just
You just angrily belched into the mic. You got all worked up and burped like a baby.
Yeah.
You're like, I've been staring at these birds for days. Sorry.
Oh, another thing that bothered me is that at the first Halloween party, several women came up to me and they were like, "What are you supposed to be? Wait, is it Taylor Swift's thing? Is it the Taylor Swift thing?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I'm a bunch of birds. Thing? I'm exactly what I look like.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Wait, what's the Taylor Swift thing?
Well, then I forgot about it, but I happened to put her on earlier this week and she changed her Spotify main picture and it's her with a bunch of birds in the background.
Oh.
You know, like she's at the ocean.
Maybe she listened to this podcast and then she was like, "Oh, birds are cool.
Great idea." Yeah.
And then changed it because of you.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "God."
Well, if that's what happened, then I guess I feel kind of like powerful and good.
Yeah. Let's just assume that Taylor Swift is a listener of this podcast.
Yeah.
And if she is, I just want everybody to know that I fucking hate her. And I'm
You do?
sick of... I hate Taylor Swift.
But do you hate her like music or just her?
Both.
You think she's annoying? Oh.
I think
like
both.
the music.
I don't like the music. It does not resonate with me because I'm not a rich white woman who thinks that the worst thing that's ever happened in the world is that a man didn't like me anymore. And also, I can't stop seeing things about her. She's fucking everywhere, and I'm annoyed. Mm-hmm. And people think she is being vulnerable, when in reality, she rigidly protects her image.
What's the stuff about? Because that's the thing is, I don't follow anything about her.
Yeah.
But I will listen to her music sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what this fake vulnerability stuff even is.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people resonate with her music because she's talking about relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you watch her the way she she's not actually vulnerable and she's not actually talking about her feelings because she doesn't want to it took 10 years of her career to be you should vote blue in Tennessee.
Oh, I remember. So I did watch the documentary about her and I remember that part.
Yeah. And then also she she uses femininity to against, she weaponizes femininity against, or feminism against people who just don't like her.
Oh,
so she's like Tina Fey.
Oh, you can't hate women even if you just really hate one specific woman.
Yeah. Tina Fey made a joke about her at the Oscars or the Emmys or the Golden Globes or something, mm-hmm. and then she was like, "Wow, not very girl power of you."
Oh man,
she didn't say that, but it was those vibes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Also, if you talk bad about Taylor Swift,
I don't support all women.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I know a lot of bad ones.
What, you support Lauren Boebert or whatever?
Who's that?
She's the lady who is a very Republican congressperson who got jerked off a guy in a theater recently.
Oh, shit.
You didn't hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about so much. We were at Halloween and Graham K was dressed as a
pilot
guy,
who was on shrooms.
A pilot on shrooms who apparently now is being charged for homicide. I didn't hear anything
about that either. Also, I'm he's it happened last week. And I'm you got a pilot costume together in a week? Anyway, I hate Taylor Swift and she could suck my entire cock. But anyway, I Googled myself.
Yeah.
And the Facebook that came up.
You Google yourself and you see yourself you're someone who's criticizing Taylor.
Yeah.
You're oh, you're pretending to be vulnerable?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to start making TikToks and I'm going to blow up.
Yeah.
This is when a comedian says a slur and doesn't want to apologize for it, so then they just become famous in alt-right circles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, but instead of becoming famous in alt-right circles, I'm gonna be famous for hating Taylor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, I Googled myself, and then the Facebook thing that came up, I wasn't logged into Facebook, so I couldn't see it, but it wasn't me, and this is what
again.
Do you see what my picture or the picture of that Allie O'Neill is?
It says heterosexual pride. And then underneath that, it says pro-life. And then in the middle, it's a family holding all their babies up. And their babies are like there's like 6 babies with their hands in the air.
Yeah.
Being like, I'm the baby of the family. That's so funny.
It's so funny, dude.
And then they're, it's hard to make out what this is, but they're like, you know how you can have like a background picture on Facebook?
I know, it's a weird background picture.
It's like, it looks like it's people on a boat, and it looks like one of the ladies is being fucked. And the guy behind her is hands up.
Yeah.
Not like he's waving, but like he's cowboy fucking.
What's cowboy fucking?
That's how I say it.
What's cowboy fucking, Brittany?
I don't know. Like he's acting like he's on a horse, like at a rodeo, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird.
I know. I should Google her again and see what her background picture is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you should figure out more about this person.
Yeah, anyway, so the other Allie O'Neill is heterosexual pride and pro-life. And this family has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children, which I am vehemently against having 7 kids.
Yeah.
Because Irish Catholics do that just so they don't have to talk to their husband anymore because there's too many people in the household.
True. Yeah. My dad has 9 siblings. You know that.
Yeah. My mom has 8 brothers and sisters.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
And they're all dead.
Mm-hmm. Now they don't have to talk to each other anymore.
That's right. You don't have to talk to your siblings if you're all dead.
Yeah.
They're all just like in hell arguing.
Yeah. You got a stupid story?
I do. I actually talked about, this is also about my dead family. And I talked about this briefly on the last episode we recorded, the Halloween one. But I didn't actually tell the story. And you know this story, you've heard it.
Oh, okay.
So, in 2016, my uncle got murdered by a man who was he was in his workshop in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, and a man who was having a psychotic break broke into his workshop and then beat him to death.
Yeah, it's
a really insane
I'm not going to pretend like
story.
I haven't heard this because it's just,
It's a really bonkers
it's
story. It's
crazy and it's like so heartbreaking and I mean, any death would be, but it's just like...
It's so random and it's like, makes no sense.
Also like the way it all happened, it just feels like it's in a movie.
I know.
Or it's like a really one of the really crazy true crime documentaries.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And so like, the guy pled insanity and got it. Mm-hmm. He was not guilty by reason of insanity. So now we just don't even know what's happening to him.
Ah.
Because like if somebody's in prison, they're in a system and that's like public information.
Yeah.
But if they are in a like mental hospital or whatever, that's like a HIPAA violation to know where they are.
Yeah.
And every 6 months he goes in front of a board to see if he's ready to be released.
Do you get to find out when he gets released? Or you never know anything?
You don't know anything, which is so bonkers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And that happened in 2016. I was in college. It happened in May in 2016. And my uncle Jake, who was murdered, he taught me a lot about music. Like he shared a lot of music with me. And so after his death, I got a tattoo to commemorate his life. And he loved the Beatles. I love the Beatles. He showed me a lot of the Beatles stuff. And so I got a tattoo that says Obla di Obla da.
Right, yeah.
Which the next words that come after that are life goes on, brah.
Yeah.
Which I thought, in my mind, I was like 22 at the time or something. In my mind, I was like, no matter what terrible thing happens.
Yeah.
Like, life is just you just have to carry on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my mom loved it.
And you're probably like, and he would want me to think that way.
Yeah,
Don't
of course.
Get stuck thinking about this
like,
horrible
you think
thing.
that if some terrible thing happens to you, that your life is going to come to a screeching halt. But it's like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to keep
That's a good
living.
tattoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I showed my mom, and then my mom just told my aunt, who was married to him, whose husband was murdered on her property in cold blood, just told my tattoo out of context. And then I found out through the grapevine that she did not like it because it seems like her her husband got murdered. And then I was like, well.
Oh, well.
Life goes on.
People get murdered. People get murdered. People fill out PDFs.
Yeah.
You know? Things just keep happening. It's just a bunch of different things happening. Who cares what it is that's happening?
Aunt Sunny, I'm sorry you have to do all that paperwork now.
Yeah. Wait, I'm confused because I feel like before when you told me, so does obla di obla da actually mean something similar to oh well, or is it just at this end of it they go life goes on?
Obla di obla da doesn't mean anything, but it's like obla di obla da, life goes on.
So it's almost like they're defining it in the song though. They're like,
yes,
yeah. And
then, but my mom told her, and so she's like, obla di obla da, life goes on, and then my aunt is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, let's try and not have this as a memory as soon as possible.
Yeah, I know.
Is what your tattoo says.
I know. My fucking husband got murdered, and now my bitch-ass niece is like, life goes on, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure it goes on for you,
God, my
Allison.
aunt just keeps crying about it.
I know,
and I'm just like...
I know,
it's been 1 week.
So crazy.
Did you ever talk to your aunt about it?
No, not really. I didn't want to, like, bring it up.
No. Did you feel like you had to wear long sleeves around her? No,
she knows about it. You know, it's not like, I'm just like, yeah, I guess that was insensitive. But also my mom didn't tell the whole story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Which was more like your connection with your uncle.
There's a lot of nuance to it that my mom did not share. So now my aunt thinks like her husband got murdered, and I'm just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I'm going to get a tattoo that makes me look tough about death.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking find out she got a tattoo in commemoration of my mom being like, whatever.
Yeah. You gotta find out. Does she have any tattoos?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Imagine.
That's so funny.
She was like, whatever, Hecky, hope you're having fun in hell. And then it's a middle finger.
Whatever. Whatever, accidents happen.
Yeah.
You know? I fell off a bike once. Who cares? Man.
So deeply insensitive.
Yeah.
But you got a stupid story?
Well, this is going to seem like nothing because this is about me crying about statistics.
Oh, yeah.
This is my stupid story. So when I was in grad school, my supervisor was like, you guys got to take all these stats classes. Uh-huh. Like, they don't make you do this here in this university, but I'm like from this other system in the US where they make you take a bunch of courses as part of your degree. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to make you do this. We took a bunch of stats classes. A lot of them made sense for us to take, right? Yeah. And then one of them was basically, it was calculus. Did you take calculus?
Yeah, I took calculus 1 through 3 in college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know it.
I do.
Differentials?
Hell yeah,
integrals?
Oh, integrals.
I don't know what this means.
No, but I remember doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I took calc 1 through 3 because I thought I was going to be an engineer.
Right.
And then I was like, I can't graduate college on time if I'm an engineer. I'm going to go ahead and switch to political science.
I forgot you were going to be an engineer.
Yeah.
Do you know what type you were like?
I have no idea. I was just like, everybody in my family was like, if you go to college, you have to get a job out of college.
Yeah.
Don't get some fucking bitch-ass degree like English.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I want a bitch-ass degree like English because I don't want to be here longer.
Yeah, totally. Also, I feel like so much early in college was like, someone would be like, oh, you should be an engineer. Or I'd see it and I'd be like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Like, I didn't really put a lot of thought into it.
I know. I was like, engineers make money.
Yeah. My dad was like, you got to be a dentist. I told you this?
No.
Right?
Why dentist specifically?
Well, actually, I think he said orthodontist. He was like, because they get so much vacation, Brittany. Like, there was nothing about, like, your passion or interest.
I know,
it was just like, they're always on vacation. I think he'd call up for an appointment. They're always gone. He's vacation. Like, what a life.
Yeah. It's also so funny, boomers, like, giving you career advice. Because they're like, you have to walk in, give them a firm handshake, and then they'll give you a job.
Yeah,
and then you buy a house for $2,000.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the hell?
My dad also seemed to think like orthodontists don't have to do anything at work because when he goes in, it's all the cleaning person. It's like a lot of consultation, right? And like then the orthodontist comes in and he's like, hey, I'm Dr. Graham.
I got to look at your teeth.
And he's just like a nice guy. And then he points to some stuff and leaves.
Yeah.
So my dad...
it's all the dental hygienists who do all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, this is about statistics. Listen up. We're losing everyone right here.
I know.
The points we get in the drop-off on Spotify, right here. I'm going to time it and look.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't actually about statistics. It's about emotions.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me. But
statistics, not weird for Brittany. Emotions, very weird.
So she's like, you got to take the stats class. It was like calculus, but for statistics.
Yeah.
And all the other classes we'd taken up to this point were very like more real world oriented and like less super math technical and more like, here's how you're applying this to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So they all made sense, like why we were doing it. And like I knew how it was relevant in each case. They were still pretty hard, but it was like, I get this.
Yeah.
This one, I could not wrap my head around anything that was going on. Neither
it's all hypothetical.
Yeah, and it's like, also the teachers we had, I think we had a problem with them where they weren't teaching us concepts. They were just teaching, like they were just having us memorize equations.
Yes.
So then you go in and you're like, well, I can't transfer this knowledge to anything else because I'm just memorizing the order of these symbols.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know what any of this does or like why they're in this order.
Also, I feel like I had this problem in those like higher math classes too, where it's like all of the professors were not good at teaching. They were just good at math.
Yes.
And they're like, all I want to do is do math all day. And so I guess I have to teach.
Yeah. And that's how they hire at universities.
Yeah, of course.
It's all based on your portfolio, your publications, the research you do. It's not, I mean, I think some of them try and do like, is this a good teacher?
Yeah.
But it's not really weighted that way.
No.
So the teaching was really difficult. And like, anyway, I just remember like, I was struggling so much. And so were the people in my lab. At least we all had a hard time. But my teacher also was like, you have to get at least an A for this. Otherwise, you have to retake it.
What the hell?
And we're in this class, and I'm like, I don't get this. I'm going to fail.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. Like, I remember being in class frequently and starting to, like, cry.
Yeah,
like, my eyes were, like, welling up. And being like, no, everyone else around me must not also understand because none of this makes sense. And I'm trying like the hardest I can.
And then your math teacher yells at you. They're like, there's no crying in math. Buck up, buttercup. No crying in math.
Do some push-ups like my high school math teacher. Anyway, I remember like, because I was in the front and I remember sitting there, my eyes are welling up and being like, everyone must be feeling like this. We had like an exam coming up and I'd turn around to check if other people were like crying. I was like, everyone in class has to be crying. They all
got to be crying.
Yeah. And then it was so bad. Like I had to take 2 weeks off because I was going to see my brother graduate from the Air Force Academy where I saw Obama speak. Cool, huh? He was there for their graduation.
Wait, before he was president? Or while he was president?
I think it was while he was president.
That's crazy. I guess Air Force makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But anyway, but I saw him he was on a big screen far away. So I felt like I was just watching Obama on TV. And he's in the next room. It was like weird.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I cried through my brother's graduation.
Oh, no.
Because I was thinking about integrals.
You were thinking about statistics.
I could not do it. And then I cried the entire time. And then that whole trip was awful because I just couldn't do it. And then my older brother was trying to help me. And he was getting frustrated at me because he's a physicist.
Oh,
so he's like, this is the most basic thing I know.
Yeah.
And I can't understand it. I remember him being like, you got to try really hard.
Oh, wow. What does that sound like?
Hey, that sounds like
your mom.
Oh, wait. He didn't say, he said the same type of thing, though.
Yeah.
He didn't say you got to try hard, but he was like, Brittany, you just got to think about it.
Dude, I fucking hate when people are like, I get this. Why doesn't other people get this?
Yeah. Why doesn't it just
Everybody should know all the same information that I know.
Yeah. Yeah, like my ex with the flags.
I know, yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, I was crying all the time. I couldn't do it. I had the worst time trying to catch up with my family. And then I get back to, sorry, it's becoming long, but I get back to class and I miss 2 weeks and I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the front row and the teacher, she's like writing a bunch of equations up there. And then she turns around and sees me and she's like, you you don't know. And she just starts yelling and pointing at me. And she's like, you don't know. And she like repeated it a few times. She's like, you don't know. You don't know. And that was it. And all she was really...
That sounds like a dream you would have about it.
I know. And all she was really saying was like that she remembered that I'd been away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't up to date. And
but
I didn't
you were
really
like,
know.
she knows that I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I was like, this is such a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Such a big problem
it's
for me.
Existential for me.
And I'm like, yeah, she's right. Like, I'm a piece of shit. I can't learn differentials. And then I ended up just memorizing everything.
Yeah.
To the best of my ability. And like, I got an A on the exam.
Wow.
I got an A in the class. And it was fine. But I didn't learn anything.
No.
Like, I passed it, but I didn't learn anything. And then a few years later, I was like back visiting that lab. Mm-hmm. And we found, I had to go clean out like an old box of my stuff. Mm-hmm. And I found my old stats notebooks. Mm-hmm. And I was flipping through them with the other people in the lab who were in the class.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize anything in them at all.
Yeah.
Like, I spent so much time and energy and like cried so much.
Yeah.
And none of that stuff lasted in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, all I remember is that little curvy symbol.
Yeah. The sine wave.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You can memorize shit, but it doesn't mean you know it.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Also, one of my stats teachers, this is not from this like horrible time, but a previous teacher, she was trying to like explain like variability, like that concept.
Yeah.
You know, and something to do with one of the like stats we were learning. But she was from, I think she was from like China. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to be like talking about variability in crab size, right? Actually, I don't even know if this is related to where she came from or not, but like she had an accent that kept making her say crap instead of crab. So she kept being like, so for example, say you have one big crap and then you have another smaller crap. For like, it felt like forever. And she used this example for such a long period in the class.
Everybody's thinking about
she was just saying sizes of craps for forever. And like, it was like delivered in such a serious way.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Anyway.
Should we get into our postie?
Yeah. I'm embarrassed I cried over statistics.
No,
but,
that is not embarrassing at all.
You got to try crying over statistics someday.
Hey, Maxim, how long have we been recording?
36 minutes. You have 9 more minutes.
Oh, okay, sick. Should we do the post that was sent to us?
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to read it?
Sure. So this is we got another person who wrote in and sent us a post.
Yep.
Thank you so much for writing in.
Oh, yeah.
Kate.
Her name's Kate.
Or
their name's Kate. I don't know.
Yep. And their profile picture.
They are a cat.
It must be Halloween related, possibly.
Ooh.
I don't know. Okay. Well, thanks for writing in.
Yeah, thank you for writing in. And if you want to write in, fucking DM us on Instagram at worthlessclowns, or you can email us at worthlessclownspod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your stories.
Yeah, or you can send us a voice note on Instagram, and we'll play it if you want.
Yeah, if you send us a voice note, we can play it on the pod.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, this is from Kate. Hello!
Great start.
I have a short, stupid story for you. In 5th grade, I had a big crush on a boy who had braces. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I remember braces being hot in cartoons.
Were they?
Yeah. Like in cartoons, somebody would have braces and like there's one episode of SpongeBob where he goes to prom with Pearl and he becomes tall, dark, and handsome. And part of the handsome is that he has braces.
What?
Yeah, it was like a weird thing in cartoons where they're like, ooh, hottie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I would think that the braces in the cartoon was for the contrast. He's like hot, but then it's like he's still a dorky kid.
No.
It was real hot?
Yeah. It was like...
It was not hot when I was a kid, and I had them for 5 years.
No, it's not hot in real life at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was hot in cartoons.
Yeah. Huh. I guess they're like, God, he's going to have straight teeth one day.
I guess so, yeah.
That's hot.
And he probably has like rich parents and everything.
Yeah.
There's
He's
a
got
lot
orthodontist
behind
money.
braces. Yeah, orthodontist.
The orthodontist always on vacation. He got an appointment somehow.
Yeah. Always telling you, don't get the clear wires. They'll turn yellow. Don't get green. It looks like food in your teeth. Actually, I think a lot of this was me.
Yeah, sound like.
Also, don't get white because it makes your teeth look yellow.
Oh, yeah, because it's too white.
Because of the contrast.
Yeah.
Kids.
Listen up.
They don't even do those rubber bands anymore.
No,
days.
everybody has fucking Invisalign.
Man, crazy that I spent so much time with those. 5 years. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I also had braces for a long time.
Really?
I had headgear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had headgear.
Headgear, palate expander, lip bumper.
Oh
I
my
had
God.
a lot of equipment in
What's
my
a lip bumper do?
It was, I think it was to bring my like bottom teeth forward. Mm-hmm. It was like a thing. I had like 2 brackets on my back teeth.
Yeah.
And it was like a little wire that I put in my back teeth, and it would like bring all of my teeth together in the front. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I had a bracket at some point. Anyway. Stats and braces. What a weird episode. One day I decided I'm going to impress him with my athletic prowess. So we were walking side by side. I think to line up to go back into class. We were walking side by side to line up to go back into class. So I didn't have much time to impress. I decided I'm going to do a cartwheel. It's quick. He'll see me. He'll be impressed. I gotta do this now. What am I gonna do?
Quick, do a cartwheel. He'll love it.
Do a cool physical move. What can I do? Yeah. Cartwheel.
I love that.
It happens too fast to think it through.
Yeah.
It's quick. He'll see me. He'll be impressed. So I go into cartwheel mode, and I think it's gonna be awesome. Like cartwheel mode, like she has to flip something in her mind.
Yeah.
Like it's like silent mode on your phone.
I have to
but
pretend
it's cool.
I'm a wheel.
Yeah. I'm method acting as a wheel now.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm a wheel.
I'm doing a job. I'm moving a big piece of machinery over me.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I never thought of a cartwheel as a wheel.
It is
up
a wheel.
until just now.
Your arms and legs are the Stokes.
Yeah. I don't know why I never put that together.
Well, that's why you didn't fucking do well in statistics.
Oh, man. Yeah. So I got into cartwheel mode. I think it's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, mid-cartwheel, I hit something. I stand up and he's on the ground holding his mouth.
No! Are you impressed? If you don't fall in love with me, I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah. Maybe, you never know though. Maybe this guy likes like the trauma. Maybe that bonded you together.
Yeah, it's like being in a plane crash together.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only person who understands you.
Mm-hmm. And like you're being hurt. He's being hurt by you, and then you console him after.
And so he's like, "Wow, she also consoles me."
And you manipulate him into loving you.
Yeah, this could have worked
easy.
out. This could have worked out, Kate.
Easy. He's holding his mouth. I kicked this kid in the teeth while I was trying to show off. What I don't understand is like, so they're in line. There's a bunch of kids. They're standing in line.
Yeah.
She's next to him already.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you segue into the cartwheel?
I don't know if they were in line. It sounds like they were walking back to the school.
Oh, they're
at
walking
recess.
side by side.
And maybe she did one of the cartwheels that I do.
Oh, they're going there to line up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, you know how I do cartwheels and I think my legs are straight and over me, but they are like bent in?
Yeah.
Like I could see accidentally hitting somebody.
When you do a cartwheel, you're imagining the straight Stokes.
Yeah.
But you're really just
But her legs were bent and she
standing
fucking
there.
socked
You're really
him in
just
the mouth.
kicking the air.
Yeah.
I kicked this. Oops. I kicked this kid in the teeth trying to show off. To make matters worse, his mouth was bleeding because his lips had been smashed into the braces. Man,
Fuck.
that would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe my mouth didn't get more fucked up from my braces.
Ugh.
Pain on his end, utter humiliation on my end. It was more of an alley cartwheel. Hey.
Oh, dude, they know what my fucking cartwheel looks like.
Man, they know too much about us. They know way too much. She's like, I'm an Allie. And her friend who does good cartwheels is like, I'm a Brittany.
Yeah. Motorcycle horse.
Like, we're not that cool. Don't think you're us. Really? After all you've heard? Okay. I'm just making this up.
I know.
Pain on my end, humiliation on his end, humiliation on my end. Oh, it was more of an alley cartwheel because in the moment I felt great and unstoppable.
Yeah. That is how I feel. Dude, that is exactly how I feel. I'm like, that felt really good.
I'm a cartwheel girl.
Yeah,
I'm
that
doing
felt
cartwheels.
really good. And then I turn around and everybody's laughing at me. And I'm like, but it felt good. But it felt so good up there.
It is exhilarating doing a cartwheel.
Yeah.
Man, when we were doing those on your roof, I was like, why don't I do this to wake up?
Yeah, you should do cartwheels in your apartment to wake up in the morning.
I should do something. I used to feel good when I was a kid, and I was always doing cartwheels. It must be the cartwheels.
You also didn't have a job, and you didn't have to do taxes, and you didn't know you were going to die.
No, it's the cartwheels.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I'm not doing enough cartwheels.
I felt great, unstoppable, but it was an utter failure. So that's it. I tried to impress a boy with cartwheel, and gave him a bloody mouth instead.
Man. Well, that guy probably sucks now. So.
Because his teeth are too straight?
Yeah, all of his teeth are just jutting directly into his mouth.
And he learned to hate a woman too early on.
Yeah, he's probably an incel.
Yeah. Yeah, write in if you know what's up with this guy, if you remember him.
You should look up the person who wrote in. You should look him up on Facebook and tell us how he's doing.
Yeah. Have you ever done this?
Have I ever tried to impress a boy and then kicked him in the mouth
Either
instead?
hurt them or like embarrass them instead on accident.
I don't know. I remember one time, I think I told this on the pod. One time I just like threw a softball for fun and then I hit a lady in the jaw and it like fractured her jaw.
Oh my God. I don't know if you have told that on the pod.
Have I? My friend used to have these huge Halloween parties that are like big house that was like out in the woods and there was like a zip line and like they had an awesome backyard.
Yeah.
And like one time I was just like so jazzed from doing this and I just like threw a softball for no reason and then I hit a lady in the face. And it fucked her up.
Man, it's
fucked
kind of
her
like
right up.
You got too excited when we had that ball here earlier.
Yeah.
You threw it at me hard.
See, now you see where it comes from. And I haven't changed at all. I have not learned from fracturing a lady's jaw.
Was she mad at you or was she like, she's a kid, it's understandable?
Well, no, she was my age.
Okay.
And she did never talk to me after that. But I wasn't really friends with her. She was just there.
Yeah.
I think it like hurt her really bad.
Oh.
But like nobody, I didn't get in trouble for it at all.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe she didn't see who threw it.
Yeah, could be.
Anyway, probably dodged a lawsuit.
Yeah. One time I had this friend in middle school. Her name was Alana. And one time she like she had a rubber band and she put it on my face and snapped it real hard on my face.
What the hell?
And I got so pissed at her. And then we never spoke again. Like, I think she apologized to me, probably, but I was so mad at her for doing that. I couldn't just, like, figure out a way to talk it out.
Yeah.
I think I was too young. I keep burping. I think I was, like, 12, and I was just like, I can't get past this.
Dude, if only as adults, if somebody hurt us, we were like, I don't think I need that person in my life anymore.
I know. Why do I keep them?
I know, yeah.
I could do more with the Alana type situation.
Yeah.
Only I would wait till it was, like, 3 times.
Yeah.
You know? But now I just let it keep going, and I'm like, I just avoid them a little more.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't get rid of them completely usually.
No.
Or I do, but it takes 2.5 years.
Yeah.
You know?
It takes an engagement.
Yeah.
And then moving to New York. And then reading that Jordan Peterson book.
Exactly, yeah. And many discussions with friends with concerns.
Yeah.